Allan, Izumi, and I have known each other for 72 years. He was my very, very first friend. He was a big kid. He was bigger than I was. In fact, he used to beat me up every now and then.
I knew Allan at Punahou. He was a couple of years ahead of me. He went off to Berkeley, and a couple of years later, I went to Berkeley. And that's when we started to date each other. We got married at the end of his third year of medical school.
Allan became a dermatologist, I think, at the urging of my father. After his medical training, he joined Straub Clinic and Hospital, and he was there for 4 years as a dermatologist. Then he went on to form his own practice, which in time became one of the most successful dermatology practices here in the state of Hawaii.
He really had a passion for medicine. He wanted to not only have a private practice, but he wanted to teach at the same time, always wanted to teach, and he loved to write. So he wrote many articles for the medical journals and wrote chapters in some medical books. And I think that's what he wanted for our kids, to want to go to work.
But he was lucky. He did find his passion in life, and he always imparted that to us, including my sons. Always said, find something you enjoy doing it and you'll do well in it.
You could tell when my dad was in the room. He is very loud. He has a huge presence.
And I can remember Allan's boisterous laugh.
My dad had a booming laugh, which we think is really reflective of how he loved life.
He loved doing fireworks. I mean, he's not Chinese, but I think he celebrated more than any Chinese person I know.
Something that we grew up with, that I'd want my children to grow up with, is that sense of being with the family, being part of a family.
I think his happiest moments were when we were all together.
He was this fabulous grandfather. I mean, he had more time to spend with our children, and he made my boys laugh. He'd sing silly nursery rhymes that were wrong, and I don't think that was intentional, actually. I think he really didn't know. The values he imparted for my own children, I think they will always, when things are rough, they'll always refer to my dad and realize that he was able to have a smile on his face and be positive in the midst of his cancer diagnosis.
I'm hoping in life you never need more help than you do at a time like that, when you yourself are trying to hold it together and you just know somebody's in your corner is just everything.
When it was time for us to call Hospice Hawaii, we couldn't have found more angelic people. I mean, we've called them angels, and they were there for us to answer questions. They comforted us. They told us exactly what to expect.
They had become part of our family, and really, I just don't think I'll ever forget.
Obviously, my dad was somebody who was so influential and so important and so loved by us all.